Hey guys, welcome back. I am in Washington, D.C. Actually, I'm at National Airport. We're not on a plane, we're on a bike. You see, we grabbed a bike and we're heading back into Washington, D.C. See what's going on, what I missed while I was away at a wedding. I think they put up a big flag and we may have declared war on Iran. Anyway, let's go check those things out. If I can figure out how to get out of here. Maybe it's this way. Okay. All these signs that say do not enter, go away, I guess that's actually the way you do drive your bike to find this tunnel under the road. I think they would put like a giant arrow saying this way out. Okay, we're in a tunnel. It's actually quite cool in the tunnel. It's hot in DC. Of course, it's hot all over the country, isn't it? Definitely in the 90s, humid, muggy, and it's going to be like this all week. I'm actually wearing shorts, which means we're not going into the White House today. They've already declared a lid. Nothing is going on. And it's just, well, you know, it's just not right to wear shorts into the White House. I mean, the press dress pretty slovenly. I mean, you guys have seen me go in there looking pretty messy, but shorts, that's one thing just a little bit too far. All right, let's catch this Mount Vernon Trail. This is going to take us over the 14th Street Bridge and right into Washington, D.C. National Airport is just across the river from downtown, so biking to the airport is actually a realistic option, except for the luggage bit. Let's go find some planes and head back to town. So this is the Mount Vernon Trail. It does actually go to George Washington's home in Mount Vernon, which is south of DC, about 15 miles or so. And over on my right, you should be able to see National Airport, Reagan National, as it's now known. Let's go down to Gravelly Point, watch a few planes land. That's always fun to do. We're heading over another bridge, more views of planes. This is the north part of National. There's an airplane coming in just over there towards the U.S. Capitol. And there's a plane heading out. Oof, kerchunk. All right, let's head down this way. So they put in these big black barriers here, I guess to stop noise and debris, but it also blocks the view, which is, well, kind of annoying because, you know, you want to look at planes. So as we look down there, yeah, that runway right there, that's runway 33. That's the runway that the plane was coming into that got hit by the helicopter. It's not the main runway that runs pretty much north-south, but it runs at a slight angle. And the airplane was trying to make a landing on that runway when it was hit by a helicopter over on the other side of the river there. All right, let's get to Gravelly Point. So this area over here has a rugby pitch, soccer field, kind of picnic areas. It's known as Gravelly Point, and it's one of the more popular places for DC residents. Tourists don't really come out here. They don't know about it. It's off the beaten path. But DC residents, they know it's pretty cool to come out here. And the reason you come out here is because the planes come right over your head, like this one right here. Let's see if we can get underneath it on the main runway just as it arrives. Yep. As we got another one coming in. They come in every couple minutes. Okay guys, let's pull out the bigger camera and see what it looks like up close and personal as another one comes in. Boy, a lot of American flights coming in. Still a little far away. soon as he lands, another one will come on, or should come on to take off. Yep, that one is getting ready to depart. So he'll actually get on the runway before that one's even off. He's still got his air brakes on, or his reverse thrusters. And the next one is off. That means we got to brake before any more planes come in. That's the Wilson Bridge way down there. That's the beltway around Washington, D.C. And that bridge goes over the Potomac River. There he goes. American Eagle to somewhere. And if we turn around, yep, there's the next one coming in. I didn't even make out that. I must think it's another American flight. Yep. I could do this all day, but I know you get bored. Let's go into DC, yeah? What do you think? What they're doing? I guess they want a photo shoot with a plane in the background. Is that Quinceañera, or is that some other party? We'll figure it out. And we're back on the bike trail. They're all getting dolled up. I guess they want to have a picture with a plane landing above their head. That actually is kind of a cool photo. There's DC. As you can see, the airport's just behind me, so yeah, it is really close to downtown. You can bicycle to the airport if you don't have any luggage. So over there, that's the Long Bridge. That's the train bridge for Amtrak. Next to it is a subway. You can see a subway train coming. It's a yellow line crossing over from DC to the airport. Now the Pentagon in between. We're going to go over the 14th Street Bridge, which is a car bridge. And they happen to have a nice little bike lane on the side. Per chunk, this is noisy. There's the subway train as it goes down into the tunnel. Heading next stop, Pentagon. That guy's walking to the airport. It can be done. You can walk to the airport from DC. Drag your bags over this thing. On a day like today, though, it's going to be hot. All right, on to the 14th Street Bridge and across the river into DC. Just keep biking. Just keep biking. There you can see the tidal basin repair that's going on. That section, that's probably was the lowest section of the tidal basin, and it flooded with even a moderate rainstorm. So they've gone in, they had to remove some cherry trees, and they're going to elevate that section so that it doesn't flood out every time it rains down here by the Jefferson. All right, people don't understand that pedestrians have right of way, and I'm a pedestrian. Oh well. Let's go down the bike lane. There's your Jefferson Memorial. Now, I don't visit that one as much. Nobody does because it's so far out here. It's easy. Oh, there's some of the storm damage for the other night. You see that tree is kind of split in half. We had a lot of damage up in Northwest. A tree fell on a house. A house blew over in the storms the other day. It was pretty crazy. Okay, let's head over to the White House and check out the big flag that's now out there. Down there's the tidal basin paddle boats. A fun way to spend like $50. It's really that expensive. 40 or 50 bucks. Here's the Bureau of Printing and Engraving. This is where they print the money. I think they also print stamps here. I was just told that it is still open. They're not moved all the way out to Maryland. I thought they had moved to Maryland, but I guess this is still open. Let's see if we can get a tour sometime this week. That would be kind of cool to do, don't you think? All right, let's make our way up to the White House. Well, no crapola. It looks like the ellipse is still locked down. Wonder what's up. Is Trump on the South Lawn, or has it just been locked down since the Army parade? It was locked down for a while. Whenever he goes out on the balcony, or if he goes out walking in the South Lawn, they do lock down this part of the ellipse for security reasons. Let's get up a little closer. Maybe our big lens will spot something interesting. And again, maybe not. Oh, there's motorcades out there. A motorcade. Oh, that's just the bug outs. Those are normal. Oh, there's the big flag. Can you guys see the flag? There it is, behind the old Christmas tree. It's almost as tall as the Christmas tree, too. It is taller, I can't tell. Let's pull out the big camera and give you guys a better view. Alright, so there's the new flagpole in front of the White House, or South Lawn. We don't say front or back. Someone asked whether a flagpole before. Yeah, there was. It's there. That's over by the tennis court. There was always a flagpole, it still is. And of course, there's flags on top. Okay, looks like they're doing some repairs to the grass. We have to rip up the grass for that parade. Alright, let's go over to the north side where we also have a flagpole now. It'll be a lot easier to get a photo if Lafayette Park is open, which it should be, but you never know. Oh, I wonder if they closed the ellipse due to the Iran situation. That's a real possibility. Maybe Pennsylvania Avenue and the park is closed too. Let's go check it out. That's Constitution Hall, Daughters of the American Revolution. That's their headquarters. And next to them is the headquarters of the Red Cross. Another beautiful old building. There it is. They have a couple of places here. And then the Corcoran Art Gallery, which is now, I think, the Corcoran Hall at George Washington University. It's where they have all their graphics, photography, art classes and stuff are now held in this former private museum. It was dedicated to the arts at Corcoran. All right, let's get up to the White House. Just up ahead. So much for my theory about increased security due to Iran. The park is open, Pennsylvania Avenue is open, sidewalks open. So we shall just slide out in front, see what's going on. I don't think anyone's coming with sticks today. No. A lot of foreign crews inside the White House filming stand-ups. A lot of tourists, protesters. Water sellers, cops, people on the fence. Pretty normal day. Alright. Okay, let's bail. Let's go somewhere else. Peace protester out there with a flag. Oh, well, there's supposed to be a protest today, I think at 3, about Iran. Maybe I'll come back for that with a car. I'm not going to stick around now. It's too darn hot. Oh, duh, there's the flagpole. I shouldn't even see it. Yes, there's the flagpole, guys. It's pretty close to the road, and it's painted white. I didn't know it was a white flagpole. I read that it was 88 feet, but I'm not sure if that's accurate. Probably. Let's go out farther and take a picture. God. I don't even notice things sometimes. So they got a fence up around this statue. I think they're worried about protests today. Yeah, we got a CDU team, Civil Disturbance Unit, is out on the other side of the park waiting for the protesters to arrive. Let's go over to the Andrew Jackson statue. We'll take a picture of the big flag from this side. See what it looks like. Maybe get in the shade too, because it's pretty all darn hot. Big what it looks like, guys. The big flag. It's not taller than the flag on the top, though. And you can't see. I can't see the other flag from this side. So you just, I guess you can only see one from one side, one from the other side. All right, one more picture and I'm done. There you can see the 51st star for Greenland on that flag on the side of that building. It's still up there. Let's head down through the park or through the square and make our way back into Northwest. Okay, we're in DuPont Circle. People are out enjoying the weather on a nice comfy chair after they finished going to market. The farmer's market is still operational. It closes at like 2, I think. That's when we get the street back. And the nice cool breeze with the smell of weed pretty much everywhere. Let's cut through the market. Let's cut around the market. I don't want to run over people. Ooh, lemonade love. Boy, lemonade would be good, don't you think? Maybe just go home. I got lemonade home. So there are lots of bakeries and restaurants and florists and other things you can buy in the farmer's market. I've taken here a couple times. Let's head up Embassy Row and go find something to drink at my house. We've entered Embassy Row. That's the Embassy of Liechtenstein. Turkish Defense Minister. Who's over here? The Greeks. The Greeks have a lot of places over here. Embassy, that's Paraguay. Paraguay has an office there. This is the Greek embassy, like 4 buildings down this side of the street. Oh, tree. There they are. See the Greek flags right there. They're across from the Irish and the Romanians. And the Turkish ambassadors over there. And Latvia. And the Korea consulate. And over here we've got Armenia back on the right there. That white building is Armenia. This is Kenya. This is their embassy. There's the car coming right at me. Oof. I have to stop. Kenya, and then this Vietnam is down here somewhere. I think this one might be Vietnam. And then this is the ambassador of the Philippines, and then the ambassador of Egypt is right here on the corner. And let's just make our way up the road, yeah? This is Chile and Haiti. And this used to be Pakistan, but then they moved. I don't know what they're doing with the building. Croatia. Kyrgyz Republic is over there, that white one. Cameroon here on the right. This is the Korean Cultural Attaché. That's the Dutch ambassador back there, a nice pad. This is Chad, the Embassy of Chad. Cote d'Ivoire is over on the left. Zambia, that's the Zambian flag right there. That's a Mexican mission to the OAS. It's not their embassy, but it is a diplomatic compound. They're next to the Korean embassy, that big monster right there. And the Koreans have just one apartment building between them and the Japanese embassy, which is this massive building here, stretching a whole block. And let's just keep going on the sidewalk. So there's the Japanese embassy, the old part and the new part. We're across the street from the Turkish embassy, one of our newer embassies. This just opened a couple years back. The Turkish embassy is here. And this is some small country, I can't remember, Belize. This is Belize, yeah, Embassy of Belize, Chancery. And then there's the Washington Islamic Center, the mosque. All right, now we gotta go on the uphill portion of this road, which isn't much fun. So we'll see how we're doing. That building right there, that is the former Iranian ambassador's house. And it is next to the former Iranian embassy. These embassies are now maintained by the State Department, the Office of Foreign Missions. The Iranian government doesn't have the keys anymore, just as we don't have the keys to our embassy in Iran. This is the South African with Nelson Mandela out front, and he's looking over at Winston Churchill in front of the British embassy. Uphill some more, guys. Across the street, Observatory Vice President's house. You see the fence on the left? You can kind of see through it, yeah? But the fence on the right, in the last few weeks, they've added this screen. You cannot see through the fence from here all the way to the Vice President's house. I think the reason is because Vice President Vance has young kids. They run around a lot in the yard, and they didn't want the general public or potential threat to have a clear view of them. So they've closed all this off now, and we can't see through. Wasn't like there'd been much to see anyway. There was a lot of trees there. Was not a very unobstructed view to begin with. All right, keep going up this hill. So over there is the main entrance to the Vice President's house. This house is right up behind those trees. You can't really see it very well from here. Let's just keep going up this road, see where we end up. Okay, we've got to the top of the hill. It's much cooler, much flatter down here too. We're at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C., where you see me start and end many of my videos. Someone's having a wedding today, I just saw the signs. Okay guys, thanks a lot for joining me on this little bike ride from the airport to my house. We will be back tomorrow. Trump is going to Amsterdam for the NATO summit. We will have a helicopter departure. I think that's tomorrow. Could be Tuesday. And well, whatever else we see going on in DC. I'm back guys. See you soon.